More than 50 scientists from across the globe are converging in the National Museums of Kenya in Nairobi for the Asian DNA workshop. The conference has brought together stakeholders across Africa and the world at large and is said to give an overview of what Asian DNA is and also sensitize communities within the region of its benefits, the benefits to Kenyans. According to Dr. Emmanuel Deima, the head of art scientists at the National Museums of Kenya, aDNA sensation is important because it will help in understanding of emergence of new diseases and the adaptability when they arise among the benefits. Kabila with that report.
Formative research fields in the human research today. Ancient DNA has the potential to reveal some previously unknown facets of our human history, and with the aim of giving an overview of what aDNA is and also sensitizing communities within the region on its benefits and the benefits to Kenyans. An ongoing aDNA conference has brought together stakeholders across Africa and the world at large in Nairobi. According to Dr. Emmanuel Deima, the head of Earth Sciences at the National Museums of Kenya, ancient DNA sensitization is important because it will help in understanding of emergence of new diseases and our adaptability when they arise, among other benefits.
aDNA means ancient DNA, meaning dealing with DNA that are millions or thousands of years old, as opposed to modern DNA where we are picked from modern creatures. And ancient DNA is important because it provides to understand our history as a population. And number two, it also important to enable us and be able to understand the changes in our adaptations to different diseases and different even exchange in zoonotic diseases. So that is why it is a new field that we need to embrace.
So one of the reasons we wanted to work in Kenya was because of the National Museums of Kenya here. There's so much interest archaeologically in the history of Kenya, not only the deep history millions of years ago, but the more recent history. As Kendra said, in the last 10,000 years, there's been so much change. And we can see this change archaeologically, and there's enormous interest among Kenyan people and among the museum to understand our recent past. And so we really partnered with the NMK, and we're holding this conference because Kenya is where a lot of this research really started. And it was one of the places where we have the most genomes from ancient individuals. There's so much research here and there's so much support for the research here.
NMK can actually spearhead this work, and we are at a position where the whole of the country and even the continent can, be able to hear from us about what this project is about. In end, we hope that we'll be able to provide more information about this aDNA. It's a new project, and it's a new discipline around here.
According to Dr. Ndiema, sensitization on the benefits of aDNA is a key step in Kenya, since it is a less common subject matter among Kenyan citizens.
Yeah, we are going to ensure that we go beyond this, and the things we are doing now is to have one publications, and we're also doing open forums. And part of this conference, part of the items that we are discussing is a framework for community engagement and understanding how we can be able to engage with the communities that we work with and the general public, so that mainly stakeholders that we work with, so that we can be able to disseminate the information that we have and then share that information in the community and have a proper framework. Because for now, it's still unclear ways that we can use for community participation. So having understand that kind of framework is important for us now to be able to develop that kind of framework of engaging our stakeholders. And that is why we have papers that are presented at this conference that mainly deal with issues of stakeholder engagement.
Kenya has a very deep history. We know that people have been living here for many, many, many thousands of years. So understanding where we came from as humans makes us involve Kenya in this story. And Kenya has also undergone a lot of demographic transitions in the recent past, in the Holocene era.
Kenya is the first African country to host an international ancient aDNA conference, which commenced on 8th May and will be concluded on 10th of May 2023 at the National Museums of Kenya headquarters in Nairobi. The workshop has brought a broad range of stakeholders from across Africa and around the world. It is set to conclude with a lecture for the non-academic public, delivered by Professor David Wright, a leading scholar in genomic studies from Harvard University.